Hey, do you want to know how to grow your business real fast? You know, what's the fastest way you can grow your business online? If you're building a business online to sell courses or sell anything else online, you gotta find out this. We're gonna get into that in a second, but first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. So you know, building a business online is a bunch of skills that you got to learn, right? If you're trying to sell a course, lots of the same, tactics, lots of the same skills apply, right? I mean, you have to build an audience. I'm sure you've heard me say this a lot of times, but you got to build an audience. You got to engage with that audience so that you get to know, like, and trust you, and then eventually you can sell to them. But what's the fastest way for you to sell your courses? What's the fastest way for you to build your business, right? Get them to join your opportunity or get them to buy your products. It's all the same thing. And it's kind of like getting abs, right? A six-pack of abs, right? I bet you know exactly how to do that. I know how to do it. I know it's all about eating a certain way, about exercising a certain way, about sleeping, about being consistent, about being persistent. It's basically about following a set of rules that apply to that particular result. So that result that you want, there's a set of skills and there's a set of actions that you got to take. In building your business, selling your course is no different. There's a set of skills, a set of actions that you have to take. And like I said in my shorter video, I'm probably not doing it enough. I know I'm not, but I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what skills I need to learn, and I know exactly what actions I should be taking. And I know that if I took those actions and if I had those skills and I learned those skills, that would grow my business 50 times, 100 times faster than it's growing now. Why am I not doing it? Well, probably the same reason you're not doing it. Well, for you, maybe you don't know what the skills are. I'll tell you in a minute. But for most people that know the skills, why aren't we doing it? Well, it comes down, to priorities. It comes down to our habits. It comes down to all these things that, take up time in our life. And sometimes we're like, well, I don't really have time for this. It's not a priority right now. I'm going to do it later. There's all these things that happen in our life that, that's just how it is. We learn things as we go. But even if we know something, it doesn't mean we're going to do it, right? So here's the thing. So let me tell you, what is it that you have to do? And the basic is calling your leads. That's right, using that thing called a phone to call people, to actually talk to people, to actually get in touch with them physically. It can be the phone, of course, but it doesn't have to be the phone. It could be a Zoom session, a Facebook connection, a Facebook call, or even Snapchat, or any of the numerous ways you can actually have a face-to-face conversation with somebody through technology, right? Face-to-face has meaning in person, right? Has meaning that it's not chatting, right? Even though chatting is better than nothing, it still doesn't really accomplish the goal. And the reason why that is because when you're actually talking to somebody, well, by the way, when you're calling them, you're not calling them to sell anything. You're not calling them to try to get them in. You're not trying to win them over. That's awful. If you try that, it's definitely going to backfire and it's not going to work. You're not doing that. You're calling them to get to know them. You're calling them to find out what their struggles are. You're calling them to just to be a friend, to be somebody who's there for them, who is listening. That's all you're doing. And sure, at the end of the call, you can, and these are skills, right? These are skills you have to learn. At the end of the call, you could say something like, well, you were saying that you really were struggling with X. I might know a way that maybe that I could help you with that. Would you be, interested in hearing more about it? And then that's when you bring up your course, or and there's, like I said, there's a bunch of other skills that you have to do that you need to follow up. You know, there's a way to follow up. There's ways to talk to them. There's a way to, you know, bring up the questions. I mean, it's not that simple, but they are just skills that you just need to learn, right? As you learn those skills, you get better and better, and your business will grow. But that's the thing, like I said, the one thing you need to be doing is just calling your leads. So of course, you know, you have to be getting leads, you have to be growing your business that way, you have to be growing your audience. There's all these other things that you can do, but doing all those things, I'm doing all those things, and I'm not really calling my leads. I'm spending time on building my website, that kind of stuff. So I'm not doing that stuff, but I know that that's what it takes to really grow your business. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you think anybody needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have yourself a good day.